Hello everyone and welcome back to EPIC48 with Intel, sponsored by ROG, Overclockers and XP Pro Eyewear. Now, you're a new face on this desk, Jack.
Well, new with you. I was here, earlier this morning. We're back again to cover some more games. I've been having some fun, seeing what's been going on.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to cast together this time up until now.
Yeah, not since 45 we were working out.
Jesus, that's a long time ago.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, to be fair, I did jump ship for a bit and went over to the community team.
Yeah, you did abandon us. You left us.
Hey, listen.
I see how it is. It's okay. I don't hold grudges.
He says that, but
I don't.
Outside, beyond the camera, he's a different beast.
No. I'm very nice.
So, we've had a little bit of a change in schedule.
We have indeed.
Now, Jack, what's our game now?
So our game is now going to be Highland Baddies. As you can see, just below me here, Highland Baddies versus Hot Damn GC. Now, it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get to cover the other game. However, this game could still be an absolute banger, and also it's our first time getting to see Hot Damn on stream. Now, for context, this Hot Damn roster, on paper, should win the whole thing, no question. You have Luca, who has won Epic 4 different times. He lost in finals last time, but that doesn't matter. Bark, who's come second 3 times and still somehow hasn't won. I don't understand how. You got Deck, who's won 2 times. You got Naki, who's won once, and Rudy, who's won twice.
That's quite the stats scoreline. So Highland Baddies have definitely got their work cut out for them. So we're going straight into Veto, and they are off to the races. So we are going to Lotus with Highland Baddies on the defense. So let's get straight into the game. We don't want to be messing around no more. So going into Aegis Select.
Not again. Please not again. We had this earlier. Me and Gumpster were casting. I know.
So,
special occasion. And we got Summit. And I was like, great, he has no idea what this map is. And then to add on to it, they did Clove Roulette. And it was Highland Baddies again last time. They're instigators.
They are instigators. They're like,
guys, we could just do this.
They're goading them on. I think Hot Damn are going along with it.
Oh, they though.
Everyone's guaranteed to go to groups, not out of groups, into playoffs. Everyone's guaranteed playoffs. So you know what? What's a bit of fun and shenaniganry here at Epicland in Kettering Leisure Village?
Also, for context, both of these teams are currently 3-0 in groups.
Oh,
they have won every single one of their games. Hot Damn have beaten Bish Bash Bosh, Pick and Mix, and D&D, and Highland Baddies have also beaten Pick and Mix and D&D, but also beaten Snoggers. So this is one of the games that this, or probably the Aconite game, one of these ones will be the one that decides top seed. And look at those picks. We've got 2 Euros.
Nice.
This is great.
Wait.
I saw a Sage in the mix.
Yeah, Sage.
I mean, Sage has been out for like a while. I feel like Sage can be a bit of a fun thing.
What do you mean?
No, as in out of picks. As in people don't pick her as much.
That is true, actually. I don't think you see, like you said, Sage picked all too often.
No, back a while ago, yeah, you get Sage all the time. Like early days, Sage was in every single one.
Yeah, when you have the only Sentinel being Sage.
Yeah, it was pretty much, and it was if you want to do one that's not just going to sit on site, Sage was the choice. But I mean, to see, I'm just interested because, of course, these players will have their specific roles, and then this will come through, and they will be playing entirely different roles to what they're probably usually used to playing. I mean, Rudy on the Yoru, that's one I want to see.
This is going to be really interesting because of the Clove Roulette. Only one of each team is going to be able to get it. So. And, it's all up for grabs, so everyone is essentially playing off-roll unless they're lucky enough.
Yeah.
But start things off, we do have Hot Damn, 5 manning A sites. Luca having to get TP back from the rendezvous. Oh, apologize. We have one lurking over onto C site, and then we do see Rudy using that gate crash to just get all the way back. Billy. Faking that TP, and we are just rotating around. We're seeing all the sites of Lotus today, Jack.
I mean, that's just Lotus in a nutshell, isn't it? You play really slow, you just go to every single site, and then you finally go, do you know what? We'll go in on this one. And
teleport's ready.
It'll be interesting to see if they opt to go for this B or A site, as at the moment it's going to be a split push here for Highland Baddies, but Lucas spotted out a couple players, spams on through, can't land the Headhunter, but gets them nice and weak. Unable to get the kill as of yet, but the rest of Highland Baddies have made it into B site.
That barrier wall coming out, cutting off the choke point. Dex is having to break down the wall, and so you can start to see there's going to be a little bit of a kill box that Billy and Rudy are going to be trading each other from. Hope taking out the dog handler and Luca, finding Jacob
Last
and
player
Ross
standing.
and Sharpie mitigating the members of Hot Damn. You know, we thought on paper Hot Damn was a roster to be reckoned with, but Highland Baddies are taking it around at number 1. I mean, it's only the pistol round.
It's only
nothing too crazy to worry about.
I mean, also something to bear in mind is they've done Agent Roulette. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we'll say, like, on paper, this team should win, but also on paper, they're not doing Agent Roulette,
That's
and they're
true.
probably picking into their comforts. This is not one of those days.
No, to be honest, like, Rudy never plays Yoru, like, when they're actually playing seriously. They're very much more of a controller player. And it's
There.
really showing in the
Gonna fall back here.
unfamiliarity in how they're playing. They understand how to play the game, but all of a sudden they're playing the game like with a handicap now.
Yeah, pretty much. 100% as we're going to see already. Highland Baddies going towards this A site. Got all 5 players stacked on up. They're going to get this one for free, but already, Hot Damn, they've rotated on over. Wanting to take these fights early. We're going to spot one out. That's Bark up top. Just trying to spam some shots on through as Villy. Doesn't want to get too aggressive there. Ross has managed to find one. Rudy will get the trade back though with the classic, and Naki's managed to get 2 as well. Naki getting all the shots, but no, will get traded by Pope. Can the Pope win this one out? A 1v1. 10 HP on Luca. Another opportunity here for Luca to win this one out. Time ticking down, but plenty of time still left in this round. And he's got a Spectre in hand as well, but the Pope lands the shot, and he'll win the round for Highland Baddies. I mean, one they should win. Probably a lot cleaner than this, but at least they still won it.
That they did. I mean, as soon as Highland Baddies started engaging onto A site, Hot Damn were all there as well. So A site just basically became this death box of frenzies, and it was quite literally, because some of them did have the frenzy. But it was interesting to see that the kills weren't exchanged as quickly as I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
But that being said, Highland Baddies 2-0 up. It's expected, you know, you win the pistol, you win the buy. I mean, Highland Baddies was close to losing it, I will admit, right? Hot Damn able to, you know, cinch back the numbers enough. Villy having to, you know, teleport out with that gate crash. Didn't want to fight off any more than they could chew, but Lucario is going to be losing their head and losing their Vandal. And Highland Baddies going to capitalize onto that quite nicely. Dex, oh, is going to be jumped on from Ross as Waylay just dashes on in. Sharpie finding Naki Poo, just eliminating them from even making their way onto site. And right now, Hot Damn are looking really cold.
Yeah, they're entirely looking cold here. Down to the 2-on-5, but when you've got players like Bark still alive, it's always possible. Managing to get 2 already. Knows there's at least one more player closest. Rudy connects onto 1 as well. Brings this down onto the 2-on-2. All of a sudden in a winnable position here, but on the other side, you got the Yoru so weak for Villy. Has to just try and play his life for now. Is Rudy going to be that first player forward? He's just going to stick the spike on through. Bark versus Pope now. Can Pope spot out? No, he can't see Rudy. Yes, he does, just in time. The Fuser is killed, but it's halved already. Can Bark land the shot?
Oh,
yes, he can, and there's time still
done.
on the spike. He's going to get it on through, and just as you said they were cold, they heated up.
Yes, they are cooking in the oven right now. Just about, you know, meeting the quota and finding their way back. So, Hot Damn finally got themselves around the board. Again, with that conversion round, you would expect it, but they only came out with 1 person remaining. But the economy for both sides are pretty down in the gutter, Jack. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, also, it was a 2-on-5. They shouldn't have even won that round. That was one that Highland Baddies had in the bag. And that's where you have to be careful against teams like Hot Damn. I mean, they've played together this stack in all sorts of different iterations, as we say that already. The first kill going their way as well, but they're just so used to how each other play that they can be down so much and you cannot count them out whatsoever. As Highland Baddies just trying to run on through. Luca's going to find one as well, but Villy will get the trade as Rudy finds another. Brings it down onto 1, and Luca just shuts it down. A nice little 3K on the round.
Yeah, very convincing win from Hot Damn. You know, just each team is meeting each other with full aggression. Very, very rarely are we seeing any flanks coming out from either side. They're just spearheading each other on.
Just running it down.
Yeah. You know, the saying goes, unstoppable force meets immovable wall, but both teams are trying to be an unstoppable force, so they're just clashing.
Yeah.
You know, in spectacular fashion, and it's nice to see, but Highland Baddies only were able to take out 1 member of Hot Damn in that last round. and
No
Hot
charges
Damn
left.
have got a great economy going. Highland Baddies, having to, play a little bit more conservative, with what their Arsenal has got going.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but they're just literally going out into A and just spam shooting with the Sheriffs.
I'm hating how many Odins we're seeing as well already. There's so many Odins out, just spamming on through as Ross wants to try and take this fight.
Your fear.
But Rudy's going to be in the ultimate here. He's going to spot out all of these players. They know exactly where they are. Rudy just biding his time, waiting to pop one out of this one. He's going to pop one out, and he's going to survive for now. Connects onto the first, but the kill goes to Bark as well, as Rudy's found another. All onto Villy now, and nothing more can be done. It's a nice little clean round for them.
A very nice little clean out. Only one person again from the side of Hot Damn falling. So Highland Baddies, they started off strong, but getting picked apart quite easily now from the side of Hot Damn. I mean, that just goes to show with how much experience the players of Hot Damn have. It's just another day, in the office for them.
I mean, also, once they get comfortable, there's no stopping them.
No,
I mean, they're used to LAN. They've not got any LAN jitters or anything like that. They're used to playing on stage. That's like a whole nother level. They don't even need to do that this LAN. But for them, it's just, you've done Agent Roulette. Let's work out how we actually want to play this now that we know what they have. And it seems like now they've got the answers. So we got to see that fight back from Highland Baddies.
Highland Baddies, they've got 4 ultimates primed and ready. They're looking to prep the Nightfall. Dex is going to get caught by the Slow Orb, and Pope is going to be eliminating them from existence, sending their prayers to the afterlife, and the Nightfall are going to be coming out, not being able to find anyone, so Waylay is dashing on through onto site. That Siege is going to be trying to find some members, and the Waylay ultimate is going to be slowing the members down, but Bark is going to be chewing them up and spitting them out like dirty dog food and getting 4 kills and putting them in their place.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just that Odin spamming them down. It just works.
It does.
It's crazy to see. It's also crazy that you've got a player like Deck, who, by the way, not only has won multiple LANs, has been MVP in some of those LANs. He's just chilling. He doesn't even need to worry about his kills right now. He's just helping his team, sending some smokes out here and there, just setting up the team. And when you have a team unit like this, it doesn't matter who's getting the kills. It just matters that your team are getting them.
100%. Dex is just chilling and relaxing. That's what summer's all about, right? And Dex is enjoying it to the fullest. Very aggressive rush from Highland Baddies, but they are just going to be mitigated and minced out. They are able to pick up 2 for themselves, but Bark spamming through, the resurrection coming out from Sharky to pick up Ross. Ooh, Sharpie able to take out Dex on the flank though. And all of a sudden, the tides have turned and Highland Baddies are picking it up. But they have got to face off Rudy, and now he is no stranger to high-pressure situations. If there's anyone that can clutch out for Hot Damn, it is Rudy.
Yeah, I mean, Rudy been on some of those older stacks like LeBron's boost who make that miracle run. Looking to just try and somehow win this round out. Misses the shot, unfortunately. And it will go the way of Highland Baddies on a thrifty round as well. I mean, a great round for them to get back into it and not let Hot Damn run away with it.
Exactly that. But you can see on the side of the Hot Damn, their economy is still more than stellar. So nothing crazy has been, brought into them. Not a big enough dent to make them worry. Right?
Yeah.
They've still got plenty to work with. However, Highland Baddies, they need to take this round in order to put themselves into a bit more of a stable situation.
This looks like Luca's about to pop ult. I'm just seeing a stinger only being bought, and I'm like, Luca's about to pop ult. Oh, yeah. We need to see what happens with this. Unfortunately, they're not going this way.
Let's play.
Well, your predictions are correct. The Waylay dashing on forward over onto Mound has got the recall set back up just if maybe the Saturate coming out to just put them down, and Dex is going to be falling. They've still yet to find a kill on the scoreboard for them. They're still rocking that big old 0 next to the K.
Yeah, got to be careful here as Pope's going to get this one planted down for free. It's going to be one of those awkward 5-man retakes where there's just 5 players still on the other side and they've all gone towards main. Putting all their eggs in one basket here, just risking the possibility, but it is planted for them. Still though, got to be careful as the side of Hot Damn, they're able to clear out sight for now. Soon they'll realize there's no one here. But it's down to the timing. Can you get someone to stick this through in time? Rudy's going to be the first to have a go as Jacob will take him down. The spams connect.
You can see the firing squad that is set up on Mound right now. They're not giving Hot Damn a second to even get onto that diffuser. You can see that Narkifu is trying to slowly inch his way forward. Oh, but he's just going to get taken out. And, Bark, good effort, but to of no avail.
See, this gives me flashbacks to before they removed the pinging on the map, because people would just spam.
Yeah.
But this map is the one where you can just do it. If you plant in that spot on C, you can just play everyone in main. As long as you have a couple players pushed up so that if someone tries to swing, you've still got that backup. It can work out perfectly, and that's just the perfect sign of it.
Exactly that. I mean, you even read, how the start of this round was going like a book, right? You said that Luca was going to be popping that tour de force, and they very much did so, but they found pretty much zero value out of it.
Yeah, it's because
it's a bit of a wasted ultimate.
It's one of those where if they don't go into your sight when you pop your ultimate, it's so hard to use it in a retake that it ends up just not working really for you. So, yeah, an unfortunate way to waste the ultimate, but for Highland Baddies, it feels like they're starting to get the momentum back on their side.
Face your fear!
Nightfall coming out from Hot Dam, trying to silence the members of Highland Baddies. The Horn coming out, not able to find anything. Nakibu is going to be the first one to fall, so Highland Baddies kicking things off quite nicely, opening the door, trying to just fake out the members of Hot Dam. Nightfall from Jacob and Highland Baddies in response, so Waylay dashing on forward is going to be taking out Bark. This is a great opportunity for Highland Baddies to just seize the point, forcing Dex back, getting shot through the smoke, but not able to find the connections. They are going to get caught by the Seas. This does give Pope an opportunity to plant the spike. The smoke has now dissipated, so openings are starting to present themselves, and will Hot Dam be able to capitalize? They will not, because Sharpie is just cutting them apart and slicing them down.
I mean, Sharpie's always a player you have to watch out for. I mean, we saw it in the earlier games. He's been popping off for this team. I mean, 12 and 5 at the moment with the 4 assists on Sage of all people as well. Not even a character that's built for getting those frags, but, hasn't had as much success recently, but way back used to be on those old rosters that would make the final, like with Skelp, back when they lost to EXO, but like, Sharpie's back. It looks like he's ready to try and reclaim his position.
100%. They are out for blood, and they are putting on an absolute stellar performance. Interesting place for a Horn. I don't think Dex do that. Nice shot from Dex there with Marshall all using a flash. Rudy just running straight out along with the rest of the members of Hot Dam, creating a firing squad, and Nakipu is just cleaning up the kills. And a nice swing hit from Bark onto the Pope, and equalizing the score to 5-5.
I mean, that's just what happens when you get the right read on these sites. If you can manage to stack everyone the correct way and just you're happy to go aggressive on the defense side, it can work out so perfectly, and that was just the prime example of that. On that defensive side, Hot Dam, you don't have to push if you don't want to, but they realize they have the opportunity. Rudy sends the flash, and they just run down these players.
Really well coordinated from Hot Dam. You can see, like, even at the starts when they were like prepping to rush out, they didn't just rush out like one after another like we have seen some of the others. They waited patiently, and as soon as that flash went off, it was all systems go. You can see the position that Rudy has set up. Very nice cheeky angle. Are they going to check their angles? They've managed to find one, and Rudy's going to get traded in response. Billy is going to get resurrected, so as if no one on the side of Highland Baddies had fallen.
Yeah,
Members advantage going to them.
It's one of those spots where, you want to be in the one and done, maybe try and get 2 on the way, but when there's a resurrect online, it's kind of pointless. For Rudy, probably wanted to get 1 or 2, TP out, and then just live the rest of the round, and it's great. But instead, he gets punished early, and the Sage resurrect is there, but now we're going to see what Billy can do. Spots out these players. That blind is perfect for him to get the kill onto Naki. Will pop the resurrect, though. Wants to keep on fighting forwards, but needs to find a kill, and all of Highland Baddies are running away. Naki has to push this one on through. There's so many players on the other side of the smoke. He's going to get taken down by Ross there as Pope Wilfred finds another as well. And only 2 players left standing, but Deck connects onto 1, but that will be always Luca in the back line. We'll find the spike for now. Is shot through the smoke. Somehow gets that one. So 1v1 now.
30 seconds
Get the door open in time as Ross runs away back to site. This is all down to timing. The door spinning around. Luca not able to connect the shots, and Ross somehow wins that one out.
Luca was so close to clutching out for Hot Dam.
Round before the
pressure of the revolving door definitely mounted upon Luca when it came to trying to acquire that elimination. But a valiant effort nonetheless.
I mean, for Ross as well, you've got a spinning door and a player to deal with. You're trying to work out which way is he gone. He just swings out wide and finds the kill. I mean, it's the perfect way to counter it.
Oh, 100% would agree with you there. Now, Highland Baddies, they are 6-5 up. As we were talking about earlier, on paper, Hot Dam should be the ones running away with this. But Highland Baddies, they're no one to scoff at. Dex is going to kick things off, taking out Sharpie. key member for the side of Highland Baddies. Luca not able to find anyone.
Portal
Where
closed.
Rudy is. Oh, that Prowler completely misses them. A little bit too far away, but Villy's going to pick up 2 for their troubles.
Already.
Trademark is popped.
Villy's just trying to walk on in. They're going to get the site control for now. Highland Baddies will get this spike planted on down. As Pope Wilfred again, just being that player that's happy to plant this down every single round, means he gets that resurrect back online sooner, as Luke has managed to find one with the operator there. Pope Wilfred will get the trade back though on the other side. Brings it down to a 2-on-2 again, but Yori's so weak. This will be the perfect position for Bark, but he doesn't know where the other player is, but it doesn't matter because Luca's there to back him up.
Nicely done from Hot Damn, playing so patiently, even though they were initially at a disadvantage. You're able to come back on top out of it. I really liked how Bark was very patient, waiting for Luca to rotate through
Switching sides.
the breakable door into B-Link connector and just capitalize on the members of Highland Baddies being out of position.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, looking into this second half now, I mean, you've got a tied up first half. You kind of almost write that one off. It doesn't go either way for either of these teams. I mean, on a map like Lotus, maybe a slight advantage for the attackers. You know, you've got the extra sites to deal with. But when you've got 2 good teams who know what they want to do here, that advantage kind of goes away just a little bit. I mean, the defenders can be a bit aggressive, and it'd be interesting to see for Highland Baddies where they opt to put these extra players. I mean, at the moment, it looks like maybe a B stack, but you got that Waylay solo on C ready to go aggressive.
With Waylay on C, she
Find
can
you.
pop down her recall
Still late.
point, and then just she can aggress forward if she needs to, and then back. But ooh, this is an interesting smoke from Dex. I quite like this setup because they're playing a little bit of ring around the roses right now. And Ross, oh, he's gonna get caught, but all the shots! Oh no! Oh my goodness, Dex, you are playing with fire, and you nearly got humiliated for it.
If Deck had lost that, that would have been so awkward.
He would not have heard the end of it. Sharpie finding
Spike
2
down A.
quick kills. And now all of a sudden, Hot Damn on the back foot. So Narkipu and Dex are the final pillars for Hot Damn.
Yeah, I mean, all that space Deck had found, he has to give up to rotate back over to help Narki, but looks like Narki didn't need the help just yet. He's already connected onto the first, but Sharpie gets the timing through the smoke and will take down Deck as well. As Narki now, 1v3 required. Spots out the first and lands the shots. Knows there's 2 more here. The Haunt doesn't reveal his location. They're aware he's still there. He's going to back on up for now. 30 seconds left on the clock. Has to go for the plant on one of these sites, but where does he opt to go? It looks like it's going to be C.
Yeah, Narkipu getting their running shoes on and just taking the scenic route over to C site. And with how long it's taken, Highland Baddies have just understood and realized he's not committed to A. He's going to be going over to C side. But they situated themselves on B just for in case of the possibility. But now that they know that it's over to C side, they're slowly walking up in tow, ready to swing off each other.
I mean, it looks like Narki opting to go towards main, even though the spike isn't planted for this position. Maybe just hoping because, you know, there's no smokes on the other side. I mean, you've got that close smoke whilst they're dead, but that's been nerfed like crazy, so it doesn't last that long at all. Just trying to stay in this awkward angle. Narki gonna swing on through, spots out the head of the player. Both players are so weak, and Narki lands the first. 1 player left standing, 1 bullet left in the chamber. He can't land the shot, but is there time? Jacob, no, can't run all the way to site, cannot get the defuse, and despite dying, Hot Damn will win that round.
And the pistol round of the second half goes over to Hot Damn. Nicely played from them. You know, they bought enough time for them to cinch out the round. You know, they were able to space them out enough, forcing Highland Baddies to rotate a long way. And overall, Hot Damn, yeah, there were a few mistakes along the way, but ultimately they came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of all that matters, especially in these group stage games where, you know, you don't need to be playing flawless. This is so you can warm up, get used to the teams. You know, if you haven't played with your stack in a while, you can get used to playing together again. And I mean, in a game like this, I guess, have fun playing a new agent you probably haven't played much before.
I mean, yeah, exactly. When Clover Roulette is, you know,
Here.
being towed in to the way that these two teams are playing, you know, they're here to enjoy themselves. You know, they're here to play some good Valorant, but they're also here to not take themselves too seriously, right? I think they're aware everyone is guaranteed to go to playoffs, So there's not as much to lose at this stage compared to tomorrow, but it doesn't always hurt to try.
However, I mean, one of those teams does get a bye in that first round, so you will get guaranteed through to upper round 2, which gets you into that top 4 sort of conversation. And also, you don't want to be dropping below that top 4 seeds, because if you drop below that, you have to play a team that's higher seed than you, and it could be a lot more of an awkward game. As Sharpie, loads of damage there onto Rudy. I can't even see his health. I don't think he's got any health, but he still wins the fight. 1 HP is all he needed to land that shot, and Rudy, a great first kill on the round, and the spike's already been planted as well. So now it's got to be a retake for Highland Baddies, but Naki's there to shut down the first. Ross will eventually find Rudy, who was 1 HP anyway, but Luca's still around, still getting kills as well. And only 2 players left standing. Make that 1 as Naki finds another. Pope Wilfred has it all to do. Classic in hand, can't land the shots. And it's free on the round for Naki, and a nice good round there from Hot Damn.
Honestly, not much that Highland Baddies were able to do there. Hot Damn now starting to take the momentum and ride away with it. As we're now going into the conversion round, you would expect Highland Baddies able to take this one. Comparing the arsenals between the two teams, Highland Baddies very much have the better firepower. But that being said, Hot Damn are no strangers to being on the back foot and making miracles happen.
Yeah, I mean 100%. Every single team in this tournament, I feel like you can't really write them off. A lot of these teams, yeah, they'll be here for fun, they'll be here for whatever, but it doesn't mean they can't win these rounds back and find a way back in. But for Highland Baddies, gotta see what damage you can get done now. You're on your gun round, so Hot Damn just looking to get as much damage as possible on the other side, but Sharpie's managed to find 2 already, make that 3 on the round, and will have the heal, which now goes all the way up to 100, so he's back to full health.
It's as if he never took damage. He played that really well. Nice 3K. Oh, Luca missing the outlaw shot, but hitting the headhunter switch. Spectacular play. Not able to find a second, unfortunately. But I tell you what, that was a valiant effort nonetheless.
I mean, yeah, 100% a good try there. I mean, yes, you don't win the round there, but you don't expect to get it on your bonus round. But back on this buy, it's going to be a full buy from both sides. A shotgun for Pope Wilfred. I mean, we've seen that doing damage already this tournament, but it's can you set him up in the right position to find that pick?
I would very much agree. I mean, Lotus isn't... Scratch that. Lotus is a good map for the judge because of all these close angles. I wouldn't say it's the best map, but it's a good map.
I also wouldn't put you on A if you had a shotgun. A is the most open site, and yet that's where they put the shotgun.
I can kind of understand the idea because you ideally would have someone smoking off like either rubble or an entrance to allow the judge player to, sneak around the boxes and get into that little cubby. Yeah. But in terms about getting into a little cubby, Hot Damn are looking to try push themselves over onto C side. They have broken the wall. The C's is coming in. A few members have been caught. Power coming out. Going to be distracted Sharpie, so RPP is going to kick things off by eliminating one of the members of Highland Baddies, and now Dex getting that spike planted. The smoke's about to dissipate. The members of either side are going to be exposed, but it's Hot Damn that comes out on top, and it's all up to Villy. A 1 versus 3 into a 1 versus 2. Jack, is there any semblance of hope for Villy to come out on top?
I mean, there's always an opportunity here, but the time is ticking down. You got Rudy very weak on the other side. The fake TP sent on through, but Dex there to back him up. No opportunities there. That's where you see this team synergy, making sure you've got these crossfires, making sure you get those trades, so that no matter what, even if they lose one of the players, they don't give up the round.
Really well done from Hot Damn. There, you could definitely see the experience of these players, coming to fruition. A few of these guys, yes, they've played before, but they're all a bunch of mixers. Yeah, theoretically, you wouldn't expect them to be super coordinated, but with the level of experience that every single one of these players have collectively, it's no surprise. The only worry is if they are able to pilot the agents correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, Villy starts things off with a headshot onto Luca, and that's going to be a good opportunity for Highland Baddies to take control of what's going on.
I say take control, but it feels like they don't even have full site control here for Hot Damn, as already Jacob's just been lurking in the whole time, but gets spotted out. I think that's by Naki falling down from heaven. Dying, it reveals the position of the player, but the kills are going their way for now. As all down onto 1, it's Ross this time in the 1v2. Rudy and Deck on the other side, but they're playing all the way deep here. Ross could spot out this. He gets the read, but doesn't get the kill as Rudy lands the headshot and closes out the round. The first team to get to double digits, which is that all-important number.
That is very true. And this stage of the game, as we're in the second half, the closer you can get to round 13 in the quickest amount of time, puts you in a great position. So I was saying this to Abby, at this stage in the game, it's very much all about your mental.
Yeah.
Neither of these teams are slouches when it comes to aiming. Both of them are impeccable. Their game sense is phenomenal. These two teams, they know how to play this game. But what's going to set them apart is their ability to stay focused under pressure. Can they stay cool? Can they stay collected? And will they be able to surpass the demons once that doubt starts creeping in?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what Highland Baddies can do. This time, it looks like another one of these pushes over towards A. You've got Luca now just joining over with the rest of the team, but still just trying to lurk around a little bit, trying to spot out some players where possible. But, I mean, if they opt to go into this site, there's a lot of players here from Highland Baddies, a lot of ultimates available, but Rudy is going to reveal so much with that ultimate. He's going to call for the rotate over, and they're going to opt to go to B, pushing all these players on back. Pope Wilfred just wants to see if there's anyone in main, but doesn't go far enough to spot out Luca. Will get traded in the end as well. Goes for the res, but Luca's going to be behind. He doesn't know about this position, but still, the kill's just about going even for now. Make that in favor of Highland Baddies. Brings it down into the 1v3. And all of a sudden, Bart left all alone.
That they are. They have got the spike in tow. Yeah, the resurrection coming out now, so it's a 4 versus 1. Bark running over to C-side, trying to fake out the members of Highland Baddies and then going back over to B? No, that looks like they're going to be opting over to A, but what they do not realize is that Sharpie is primed and ready. And they just take them out. Nice positioning coming out from Highland Baddies. They recognize that, you know, leaving Bark to their lonesome is dangerous. So rather than rushing after that kill, they just space themselves out, covering angles, and could be playing and feeding off each other's information.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they can just wait for that spike tap that will reveal what site he's gone to, but it wasn't needed in the end. But an interesting choice to, you know, invest the resurrection in a round like that. In a round where you're already up 3-1. Is it a sign maybe of a little bit of a lack of confidence that, you know, you see a player like Bark on the other side and you want to guarantee it, but maybe it was just an accidental misplay, maybe expecting the numbers not to be as good in their favor. We'll have to see what they can do in this round as Luca has popped the ultimate. You'll see that little bit of animation from the wall, so know that a player is up top. Jacob just waiting on the other side of this door, just waiting for one of these players to pop on through as Sharpie. Up top of wall, Naki knows though, and Naki's hit the shot. How has he landed that one?
Oh, Jacob, that's a very nice flip onto the fake Yoro. You know, really nice thing. I feel like...
Whoa, he's going for the next...
Naki Poo, classic in hand. Luca taking Pope out with the Headhunter. And now Hot Damn, they've got that spike planted. 45 seconds left and closing down closer to 0. There's not much that Highland Baddies can do in terms of options. A Waylay and a Yoro. Very little utility. And Villy's going to get caught out by the Haunt, so exactly where he is.
Player standing.
Going to get traded out. Nakipu claiming 3 kills for themselves. And Luca is making a beeline over to C, trying to gather some information to feed to the rest of his team.
I mean, Ross all alone, 1v4, time ticking down. Not going to go for it in this round, but still needs to try and survive with the gun. Luca's going to go searching as he's only got that Tour de Force. So doesn't need to worry too much about losing anything out. He's going to get spotted, but no, Ross will get that kill. Manage to keep the gun through onto the next round and also get that little extra ult.
That they do. So in terms of ults that we're looking at, right, it's just Jacob with that Nightfall. Ross is coming close to their ultimate as well. But on the side of Hot Damn, we've only really got Nakipu with 2 more ult points towards their ultimate. And so, you know, there's not much that Hot Damn could play with. They do have 3 rounds to work with though. They are 3 rounds ahead. There's a a bit of wiggle room for Hot Damn in order to suss out Highland Baddies, see what they want to do. Sharpie's got themselves set up, making sure that wall's going to set up, forcing them to break it. Villy taking out Luca. Really good initiation from Highland Baddies, putting the numbers advantage into their favor. Now The members of Hot Damn are starting to rotate. Prowler not going to be finding anything from the side of Highland Baddies. Hot Damn just going to move a little bit slower. Now that Prowler has been sent out, it's notified the members of Highland Baddies that Hot Damn are slowly inching their way over to C site. Now with that door opening, you can see that both sides were covered just in case anyone, wanted to take the chances. But Ross, in the cover of the night, shrouded in darkness, is going to find one, find two, and now it's all up to Narkipu. Can they find anything where they dashes out? Ross going to be recalling back. Great bit of information given. And now, as the opportunity takes down, it hits 0, and Highland Baddies get themselves ever closer to equalizing that scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, Highland Baddies really just actually taking the fight to Hot Damn, and I mean, this is the first time that it's even been this close for Hot Damn. I mean, their earlier games, 13-5, 13-2, 13-1, they've never had a team get past that 5, and now you've got Highland Baddies probably on track to get a 10th round on the board at some point, and it's one of those where when you're such a good dominant team and you've been beating all these teams so easily, suddenly you kind of struggle when you go down. I mean, we saw it last LAN where they went down. Half of this roster were on the other side of the control team. Some were on control as well, but they went down early and hadn't been used to doing that. They hadn't been used to losing a map. They've been flawless to that point. And it's really when you get that hit in the face, how do you react? We'll have to see what they can do as Ross tries to go aggressive here. Has to dash on back instead as Narki's managed to find one. Straight's going back so far as Highland Baddies. Slight numbers disadvantage, but still managing to keep the site control for now as Hot Damn opting to rotate over towards this B site. A lot of players about to flood on in, but Sharpie, we've seen what he can do before. Can he spot this out now? Sees the clone, doesn't shoot it, but gets spotted by Narki last second as he's about to swing through for the kills. And Ross, now a 1v4. I don't think he's even going to know that Luca's that close. And no, he doesn't. Luca shuts it down. Perfect positioning there. And it's going to be match point for Hot Damn.
Dex, being the only member to fall on the side of Hot Damn, allowed them to just clean up house quite nicely. Really nice options and thought process taking place from the side of Hot Damn. They tried to initiate over in onto tree. Ultimates were utilized from both sides. Highland Baddies using that Waylay ultimate. So as soon as that got popped, Hot Damn had to throw everything and the kitchen sink at Ross to just try and just mitigate any of the bleeding that could have potentially taken place. And through that, rotated over onto B, and were able to clutch out the round. And Villy opening things off, taking out Rudy. This is a really good start for Highland Baddies. They know that Bark is around thanks to that Prowler. With 3 members pushing up. Oh, and Luca is just going to find a stray shot and just do a bit of a drive-by onto Sharpie and pick off the Pope in the process as well for a second kill. You can see that Bark is holding the flank. Oh, but it's going to be taken out by Ross. A bit of a whiff. Swing and a miss. Narkipu holding the angle. They hear a few footsteps. They know that door is coming out. And they take out Villy. Getting caught completely unawares, and now Ross is having to hang back and just play for damage control, which they're just not even going to be able to. Narkipu are going to be running into Jacob, but popping that resurrects and falling down just as quickly as they got up. Now that Nightfall is coming out, silencing one of the members from Hot Damn, that headhunter getting spammed by Luca, distracting. And now, as that spike timer hits closer to 0, the dancing feet from no way! I don't think that's enough. I don't think Jacob has any time left. And through spectacular dancing feet, Hot Damn take the game 13-9.
I mean, you could just see the confidence there at the end where they're just happy to jump around. They know they don't need to worry. And I mean, it's rounds like that where you kind of see they were just having some fun. They know 100%. They don't need to worry about these games, but also that's a really important game for them to win out. This is one that we said could be the decision between who gets Seed 1 and who doesn't. And I mean, Seed 1, when you've got 7 teams, gives you that even more of an advantage because I believe you'll probably be the one getting the bye going into that next round. So it means you can have a later start, you can wake up a bit later and have so much more time to warm up for that day. And it gives you a bit more time to scout out the teams. You can see who you're going to be coming up against in the day with plenty of time to prep for it.
And for a team like Hot Damn to have that luxury, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. So, you know, a lot of veteran players on the side of Hot Damn. So the scoreline was very close, right? You know, 39. I think the closest it has been for Hot Damn.
Yeah, 100%.
So theoretically, these are going to be the top 2 seeds.
However,
we
haven't seen the Aconite play against them yet.
we haven't. And Aconite
they are, but they've not been playing as well as maybe we expected. I mean, you've had a team like EPIC48. They've been struggling quite a lot. They've not managed to win a game yet, but they've been taking these teams the distance. I mean, they took Highland Baddies to 13-11. They took Aconite to 14-12. It's a team like that that's kind of helping to show where these top teams are, but it's going to be down to who actually has the better head-to-head matchup.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Avi was talking to a couple of the players from EPIC48 earlier. In terms of their scoreline, it's mainly due to internal affairs. In terms of gameplay, nothing to worry about. It's just more of that interpersonal, you know, communication that's costing the games. And I think at LAN especially, those are the aspects that loses you games, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's why teams like Hot Damn do so well. Yeah. They've played together at so many different LANs in all sorts of different stacks. I mean, pretty much this team is made up of usually some mix of the 10 players that end up on a stage final at most epics. So it's one of those where they're used to doing it. They know what they're doing, and yes, you might not have played with someone on your team for a while, but they've probably queued comp at some point together recently.
100%, yeah. I mean, they have played fantastic. And, you know, we nearly went the distance in this match, but, you know, Hot Damn able to close it out quite convincingly. That being said, off for a break we go. So, you know, the weather is warm, stay hydrated, okay? You know, you don't want to be passing out, you know, you don't want to be having any issues here at LAN. So if you're at home in the comfort of your home, that's a completely different story. But here at the Kettering Leisure Village, you know, make yourself sure you're topped up with water, stay hydrated, and we'll be back with some more Valorant here at EPIC48 with Intel.